The vast majority of parish reconfigurations in the Diocese of Springfield have taken place within the last year and a half. However, there are still a few areas of the diocese that have yet to make needed changes.
The faithful who live in a cluster of parishes west of Westfield in what are called the Hilltowns recently decided to combine their three Catholic communities into one. Last Sunday, they held 3 closing masses, one at each church.
Terry Hegarty and our reel-to-reel crew headed out Route 20 and stopped by each closing liturgy.
There were plenty of sad farewells and fond memories at 3 area churches last Valentine's Day morning as parishioners of St. John Mission in Chester, Our Lady of the Rosary Parish in Russell, and St. Thomas Parish in Huntington said final goodbyes to their Catholic communities. The 2 parishes and 1 mission were closed to make way for one new combined parish in Russell known as Holy Family Parish. Father Ron Sedlowski, pastor of each community, says that although the changes were needed, they are still very hurtful to many.
We pray for healing, that may the love of Christ continue to comfort them, and may our Blessed Mother continue to keep them close to her as they are her children. And so we're trying to provide for one another through this whole process.
At the beginning of the closing process, approximately 50 worshipers attended a 7:30 a.m. closing mass at St. John Mission in Chester. Don O'Mara says the decision to merge was a very tough one, but experiencing the closing mass was even more difficult.
All I can say is sadness. It really has been an emotional day, and I'm going to miss this church. It's been my home church for 30 years, over 30 years.
Parishioners of Our Lady of the Rosary Parish in Russell held a 9 a.m. closing mass. While the church will remain open, the parish was closed.
It's a great little church. The people here there's a very strong familial feeling here. So it's a church that when you come into it, you feel very welcomed.
Our Lady of the Rosary Church will welcome parishioners from all 3 communities now. It had been a mission of St. Thomas Parish until it was established as a parish itself in 1969. In Huntington, the bells tolled for the last time just prior to the 11:15 a.m. closing mass at St. Thomas Parish. St. Thomas was established in 1886 and was the mother church to both of the other churches. Michael Bliven now lives in Westfield, but he grew up in the Huntington Parish.
It's kind of sad to see any church close, really, but this one for us in particular. As I said, we had to come back for the final Mass. I was baptized here, confirmed here, made my first communion here.
A committee made up of representatives from each parish and mission sent their recommendation for the merger to Bishop McDonnell at the end of last year. The merger was handled outside of the pastoral planning process because the communities had already been working toward a consolidation.
With change comes growth, and hopefully we can do that in a way where we're respectful and kind and loving to each other as Christians are meant to be.
At the conclusion of each Mass, symbolizing that they are carrying the light of Christ into the community, attendees processed out of church with lit candles.
That processing out gave me a sense that the community is continuing to go forth. If you notice, I didn't give a final blessing because the liturgy continues, and they will carry this blessing to the next church.
That next church is Our Lady of the Rosary Church, which is now the home of Holy Family Parish. The closing Mass at St. Thomas Parish here in Huntington has concluded, but this last Mass has paved the way for a first Mass and a new beginning at Holy Family Parish. Reporting for Reel to Reel, this is Terry Hegarty.